Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. I am Raven from southeast coast of Norway, and this will be your February 2025 read. And to mention, whenever you see it, so I have made up my mind in regards to, I think I will try to do my best to go for once a month, and there will be bonus reads for those who score the most great in regards to the algorithms. And well, that's pretty much it. So what is it that Sagittarius need to know right now? I'm Raven from southeast coast of Norway. This is a general read. It's going to have, yeah, we're going to do it like that. Big deal for the Raven, all right? So what is it that Sagittarius need to know right now? If you are born between the 29th of November and 17th of December, you might also want to check out SAGITTArius, the so-called snake charmer. So I've been requested twice. Can you do a snake charmer? And I see that no one really do that guy. No one really read that guy. And I find it even more interesting that if I was myself born in that time period, I would for sure be highly interested in what is the snake charmer up to. So the snake charmer, if you are born, you know, between this, you ought to check it out. He would be a mix between Scorpio and Sagittarius. He would consist on both water element and fire element, so he's a hybrid. Maybe explains, I think Bruce Lee was a snake charmer, and there is this swiftness, you know, he's, you know, woo, woo. I see him like plucking up the head of a snake, right? And your I don't know how to say the word. You have three types besides the elements, which is fixed, mutable, and cardinal, which are usually the people who loves to take the lead. All right, so doesn't mean they become the king, like how beautiful Leo. They are the king, aren't they? But they are not a cardinal sign. They're fixed. So usually the leader would maybe stand behind them as the feminine. Okay, so what is it that Sagittarius need to know? What is coming towards Sagittarius? Yes. Also, I try to like specify that a little bit extra, that with all my reads, they are also synchronicity based. Although I will try to deliver a good chunk of read every month. It is again synchronicity based, so you can see this in 2072 and still it could have a certain value for you in regards to information, especially if you're a time traveler. So water symbolizes currency and abundance, and when it is portrayed in a vellum, also known as a well, the water has stagnated. Something emotional stagnation, is that possible? But the well is also very deep. Someone around you, there is someone you have around you who cannot be trusted. They inhabit, you know, that's what we call two-faced personality type, all right? The younger people or the less mature people likes to use the word fake. Oh, he, she is fake, okay? So that's exactly what the fox represents. Emotionally, you could attract abundance towards you right now, okay? Very possible. Your vibration is very abundant. However, there is a snake in the garden, and this individual is bad news. Okay, that's what I call, you know, the Hannibal Lecter vibe. It's pure demonic energy. Is someone around you who could be completely soulless, unless you have a vicious mind yourself and you're up to no good. This is someone. I usually don't do it, but I did it with the snake carrier, I think, or the snake charmer, and I could do it with you also. It can also be that in order to be someone who captures snakes, you need to have the vibe or the energy of a naga. But usually there is not much room for interpretation in regards to the Norman, because that's what is the meaning of the card. And so you can think what you like, that no, it doesn't mean that. Well, if I design a card, if I make the game, I'm also the one that makes the rules of the game. Okay? Chess is chess. Ludo is Ludo. Poker is poker. Lenormand is Lenormand. And so the snake is representative of a soulless being, vicious, insidious, while the fox here is someone around you who carries a mask, two-faced, and you might desire a journey, but there is a mountain between you and that destination. There is strong sexual energy here. You could be dealing with someone, either a feminine or a masculine, king, queen of swords. Okay? There is strong sexual desire here in this specific. What I find an issue here is that some of you could have a gaming problem. Because your vibe is now like this. You might attract a lot of abundance, but you need to get rid of old water. What is old water? Well, you need to drink clean water. And you need to all sorts of places that have leakages in your house will affect your finances. This ancient Chinese belief system. Close the toilet lid, close the bathroom door. People don't see any logic in that, and at the same time, you know, like me, I have my own things, I do believe it, and I find this thing about Rudrakshas, like, oh, the powers of what they can do is wow. It's so super wow. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm just going to grab a big chunk of them, peel them, and I'm sure they do something, but I'm not sure they can call upon Indra or the thunder god of the Norse mythology. But yeah, I'm open for everything. Let's move on to the next level. I'm using Lenormand this month on all the signs, as they tend to be a little bit accurate. Turns out I did confuse the hell out of a client there, because I do tend to digress a lot, and maybe also I used a different system. So each and every column here, which is a representative of a planet, we have the ascendant, we have the sun, we have the moon, we have Mercury, we have Venus, we have Mars, and we have Saturn here. Saturn is what opposes us. I have excluded Jupiter on purpose, because if Jupiter is here, he will pop up either in the sun, Venus, or somehow, okay? So let's check your second row and see what's going on with Sagittarius. Yeah, okay. I will see a little bit. I got this beautiful crystal from, you know, it's so cool. I probably said it before. The same guy who worked with a new movie called Beetlejuice, and he works with a new movie called Dexter. And what do you know, I can like say, oh, that's the same guy. He gave me this smoky quartz crystal, and it's such a cool thing to do, not to mention how effective they can be. In addition, it's called scrying. So when we are scrying, we are not exactly seeing a movie inside the ball, but they can connect you with your subconsciousness. So images can pop up easily or easier. You can also use a black mirror, or you can use a ball of water, but smoky crystal, way cooler. Okay, so the reason I pick it up here is because there is a very strange thing going on here. It's like someone around you may take advantage. If someone of you have to deal with an actual situation where someone are passing away, there is a fox here who will try to grab the opportunity to benefit from that. And that is old money, possibly. Money or heirlooms that could have been in the family for a long time. I have a feeling for some of you, this could even be even further in the future. It's something I get, yeah, sometimes I just get stuff outside of the phone. I do see Ganesh here, not exactly Ganesh, but an elephant, which by the way is a matriarch. So not exactly Ganesh, but the matriarch. So you might want to, so it's not, I don't feel it's enough just to have a picture of Ganesh necessarily always, or necessarily a mantra. It's about taking upon you the energy and the humbleness in regards to contact or connect or align yourself with this specific energy. All right. There is an older man here, and he had a fortune. Okay. And the feeling I have about him is pretty good, actually. However, I feel that there is a burden here. This could be due to his old age, that I'm not going to encourage the fox if it's a fox, but what I do tell you now, as in regards to whoever are showing up here as a, I don't know who they are. They're showing up as illumination, and that's very strange. That's even stranger because that's the Wheel of Fortune, sometimes even shown up as the Ouroboros, which is an ancient reptilian symbol, actually, draconic symbol. Here showing up more or less as some kind of a web, but what I get here, that we have to deal with the Grim Reaper, Sagittarius. The Grim Reaper. Who is the Grim Reaper? The Grim Reaper could be a feminine woman. She could be a water sign. There is a greedy, there is a feminine woman, possibly a mother, but she's greedy. She could be Cancerian, like I said, but sometimes Queen of Cups very often symbolizes a mother. And the person you have to deal with could also be an earth sign, okay? We even have Capricorn here. So this snake is attached to very feminine energy, although it doesn't have to be a woman, okay? But the cards are they're pretty clear. They're pretty clear. You need to be clear with them. They might come to you with some brilliant idea here, okay? What did happen? That was so freaky strange. Okay, there we go. So there is something about that this person, there is a betrayal attached to this person. They are under the planet or the Lord Mercury. Mercury is the sign of knowledge. It's the sign of communication, sales, all these things. And it's very clear here, if you don't get rid of them, they might get rid of you. And mom, mother, if you see this, that goes for you as well. And you know very well, I'm going to talk directly to my own mom here. You know very well, we do have someone in our family who is ill. And this person can say goodbye anytime, okay? You know very well who I'm talking about. This person is, two-faced, greedy, cunning. So I'm speaking to an actual Sagittarius. However, you are dealing, with my stepfather, who represents security, abundance, money, and these things. And if you have a burden, you can always go to him and he will help you out. Beautiful Piscean energy showing up here. Now, one thing is very clear, that when your mother is leaving this plane, you need to understand and remember what kind of person she was. You also need to forgive and let go and stop obsessing about the shit she do and the shit she say, because you need to start seeing her as a child. She's not adult. Doesn't matter how old she is, she doesn't behave as an adult. So I can verify as much that this resonates very well with one Sagittarius here. And when it comes to pure evil, who is that? Maybe you have a suggestion, or if any of you have any suggestion here. could it be possible that she's more than just a fox? But this woman, along with, you know, her second daughter, taught me about love. They gave me so much love as I grew up that no matter how terrible a lot of the things that she does as an old woman, it could even be part of some kind of dementia. It doesn't fit that she's Hannibal Lecter. It doesn't fit. However, if you remember Kim, he was a puppy. He was only a puppy, and he was eating up the Kashmiri, you know, and for this, the punishment was slaughter the dog, the baby dog. And so she showed that material things have more value than a beautiful living being. I mean, I'd give up everything to get my cats back, puppies back, my child back, these things. And here, the snake is showing up as the Grim Reaper. If there is going to be a case in the future here, we do have a Virgo here, and I do think you know who that is. She might raise her scythe, and there could be a big ass discussion here in regards to who have the rights for what. Now that said, this woman doesn't have a lot of money, but we do know she do have a lot of jewelry, and that her furniture is probably worth more than the, you know, I almost said, yeah, my jewelry shop. She's one of those who have no problem paying, $10,000 for a chair just so she can look fancy, right? So I can tell that to you because I know you're not gonna blab around in regards to what I'm saying here, but it's been a big, you know, she's not in good health. So I'm not saying that she's gonna leave now, but synchronicity-wise, be prepared. Be prepared. Because, you know, who is the two-faced one, right? Well, the mother, someone, you know, she herself, your mother, is two-faced. She's not Cancerian, she's Piscean, and she's your mother. So this is very specific for my mother, and that's maybe not nice of me, but she's betrayed. No one of you guys knows who my grandma is, but I can tell you as much. She was a very beautiful woman as she was young. Very beautiful woman, but her mindset was extreme insecurity and jealous with all the people who have abundance and riches. She was in the mindset that I'm poor, they are rich, and one day I will win the lottery. And then when she finally wins or gains some money, nothing is being shared. And so to her children, she's 10 of swords. It's a big betrayal to have a mother who takes what the father leaves behind, sells out the house, takes all the money. Harriet, finally she gets all those money. She even promised me a trip to, you know, a big vacation, which ended up with a, you know, how do you say, lusekofte? You know, you've seen Thor with the hammer in Marvel movie when he's in Norway. I have one of those sweaters, so it's my favorite sweater. That's cool. But digress here. In regards to any travel here, we know that someone are talking behind your back. It can have something to do with the travel, or that they are criticizing you, and that they are creating issues for you in regards to that travel. When it comes to this sexual energy, some of you are maybe dealing with someone who have strong sexual energy. In this case, that is in fact Sagittarius energy. So if you're a male Sagittarian, well, your bender is magnifique. I'm not sure exactly what this means, because it's not under the way you think. It's more like a drive, and you can channel that drive into something positive in your life. I can also say that wasting your money on lottery instead of putting them in a box so this money can grow is going to benefit you in the long run. However, people don't really play the lottery or do kind of money games. You know, they do it for the kick that it gives you. Oh, do I get something this time? But equally, you also get the disappointment, don't you? And when people do win, in 90% of the cases, they get an equal loss, and sometimes 3 times the loss, because now they have 1 million. Now I can borrow 2. And then poof, what do you know? They owe 3 million. So the path of, oh, I'll give you so much money when I win the lottery, darling. Thank you. I've heard that for 40 years now, still waiting. And when you actually did get some money, thank you for the sweater. Oh, I'm sure you all have aunts and uncles who told you that just when I win the lottery, I'll buy you a house, I'll buy you a car, I'll buy you everything. So someone here are wasting their money, and that's an issue. But someone here are also going to win. The star here, 6 of, this is soulmate here. 7, that is, you know, in the cards, it's a lot of option. And what do you know? We have maybe a lover coming in here, but be very careful for this lover, because if you gain something here, which the cards pretty much are pretty obvious about, someone are going to try and suck you dry of that milk that you gain. Excuse me 1 second, so I can try and pull that light a little further, or either increase the light a little bit. Is that possible? It's not that big of, yeah, it's just so I want you to at least see the cards. My face, not important. All right, so what is that? Okay, transition. All right, so let's continue with the tarot cards. So today I picked out something as cool as the Dungeons and Dragons deck. They are very beautiful, and let's see what is going on with my beautiful Sagittarius. Oh, someone's stuck on you. So yeah, usually I don't want to frighten you people with a funeral, but it's just that too many people are blabbing, card readers are blabbing about, oh, well, a funeral, that's just a new beginning, a transformational process, or death, right? Sometimes we do attend to real funerals, right? So when you do see the card, and we have that old well there, and you have old people in your family, just know you got your paperwork intact, okay? We have a Gemini around, where I had to be very precise in regards to what I saw in the cards here. because when it comes to airplane companies, they can be pretty tough to break a deal with. Now, let's move on and see what is it that Sagittarius can expect for the rest of February, and or whenever you see this title. So hopefully today we will be done. There will be no free spreads tomorrow. My friend's coming over, so busy. But when I'm done with all the 3 star signs left, Sagittarius here, Aquarius and Pisces, I believe is the left ones, we will try and jump onto the free spreads again. All right, so who is this? What do you know? Someone's going to try and take control of the situation. If there is a funeral or a new beginning here, or old money, old heirlooms, something. Or if simply, it could also simply be you saying, you know, I'm now tired of being who I am, what I am. I'm going to take control over my life. Again, I just get that. Be careful. There are so many rats around you, and there are 2 snakes and 1 fox. I can't distress it enough. People, because I know from before, Sagittarius are some of the most gentle beings, with 1 exception. Childhood trauma, right? But they are such wonderful, generous being, and it amazes me to see how vulnerable you can be, which could explain the Scorpio part. It's not unusual also that many Sagittarius have a huge pile of Scorpio placements in their chart, and or Capricorn is something I see in a pattern here. So it's not unusual that Sagittarius, after being through Capricorn for some time, grow a pretty large amount of money. Just have a look at Osho. Big mix of Sagittarius and last time I checked. Anyway, we have 10 of Wisdom. So this is abundance, this is beauty, and the fox is watching you. But there is another snake here, Quetzalcoatl, the feathery snake, is protecting you like you are the Buddha himself, like a Bodhisattva. That is, you're protected. But we have some cards here who are pointing directly to theft, so make sure that your stuff is, you know, and that you have the right here. The Tower here is just kind of blinging, showing, okay, I'm here. All of a sudden, Devil Penta, what's up? But we haven't put the Tower here to rest yet, so let's see. So we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, basically energy of Neptune, also Odin. More original, I don't know how many people I hung before, or how many religions who have the Hanged Man. It's about seeing things from a different perspective, so you can gain wisdom and accept the pain as some karmic lesson. And if you can do that, you can expect to align yourself with a lot of abundance, basically. And especially now, like I'm from Norway, Norwegians also are going through a tough time because they have been taking up expensive loans. Instead of in India, the families unite. In Norway, the families fight, you know. I have a bigger card than my sister. What do you know? And so also I noticed when you visit your own siblings, or you feel uncomfortable for some reason. You're not one of these people anymore, and so in this case I'd say Norwegians, if you are Norwegian, you have a lot of things to learn from Indian, because it's cool to be on your own, but together we are so much effing stronger, standing together towards the real evil in the world, which is very often portrayed as a snake, the Ouroboros, also known as bankers. Okay, let's just call them that for now. So there are some shitty, nasty, soulless beings that are hanging on to your energy. And what do you know? Guess what card is landing on top of the snake and the scythe? You might as well have death on top of this as well. Yes, you got it right. The devil. And this time I'm not going to excuse him as the Capricorn. Oh, he's just a Capricorn who wears his Kundalini is rising. No, the Lenormand card is a Lenormand card. That's not a Capricorn. It is the snake of the garden, although the snake of the garden is known as Enki, and that story is completely different. But this is the old-fashioned biblical story where the snake doesn't want humans. The snake doesn't want you or anyone to have a better life than they do. They are jealous people with low self-esteem, and they will do anything to try and pick you down from, they could even have you on a pedestal. And for that, they hate you. Some are portraying themselves as, oh, I'm so in love with you. But they are rats in your nest, and you don't need them. They are the devil. They can offer you things that, oh, if you come to me, I'll make sure you'll live such a wonderful life. What does the devil do? Temptation. And before you know it, next moment you overindulge, maybe even in some stupid game where you lose all your money. If you know exactly who this person is, get them out. One is showing up here as a Cancerian. Now let's have a look and just see who else is showing up here, so we can get a, we don't walk around and accuse everyone who's born in the sign of Capricorn for being the devil in their life. Let's pull out 3-4 possible signs that you might be dealing with, so, like energy wise. All right, just bear with me here. So we have a negative Leo vibe here, someone who could have a Leo ascendant or a Leo vibe. They crave attention, and Sagittarius, you have no problem getting attention, and you're stealing their limelight, and you're stealing their thunder, and they are going to betray you, or they are still hooked up on a betrayal that might take place. What I feel here, 10 of betrayal in reversed here usually symbolizes very often that I remember what you did, and I'm going to return the favor. You did something, they felt really betrayed by you. You could even be the one thinking about someone who are pure evil, and you really haven't gotten over how selfish they are. Okay, so you could be thinking and thinking and thinking about this devil. They are someone, they want always the attention. But here I see someone putting the swords away. They try to leave, but they can't. And so now you are looking, you are in this vibe of deja vu, someone who have many options, and you are showing up as a leader. You're even showing up as someone that people look up to, a star. People have you on a pedestal and they're jealous as F. There is also the lovers here. And so you have something which to you, it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything at all. But to them, because I've had people who sent me really, really angry, bitter letters, who claim that my life is so fantastic because I have a house and I have a child, so I have no problems, but they live such a succulent, it's this constant whining about playing the victim and how sorry we should feel for them. And the moment they have one moment where they give you an opening, do you want to talk about it? Maybe you had a shitty day. And the moment you open your mouth, they are using that against you, right? And then it's like, why are you complaining about everything? Are you trying, don't you understand how horrible my life is? You don't understand how horrible my life is. My life is always horrible. And these people are rotting literally in their own piss. In a small apartment, they're afraid to go out. They can't move. And they are in full self-destruction mode. Some of them are drinking. Some of them are constantly stoned on weed. Some of them are playing, the bingo lottery all the time. Someone are over smoking cigarettes. Someone could be addicted to sex. The devil is the devil. 7 of intelligence. So here your deceiver is showing up. This person is showing up on Venus. Again, look out for someone you might be romantically involved in or are paying romantically interests to you. They want what you have, and they might go as far as actually steal it if they can. You won't believe. I thought yesterday, I don't have a single gold ring left, except on one really old. It's not very pretty, but it was a confirmation gift from mother and father. It was for my mama. So her mama and her papa gave her this gold ring, and that is really cheap, not beautiful, but it has its own value, and a small gold pendant. But all my gold has been stolen by, I remember one friend, red-headed Elizabeth. Yes, I know she doesn't see this, so, and you don't know who she is, but I was 15, I was drunk. The next morning, an identical golden ring with diamond from my father was on her finger. And she had gotten that for Christmas from her aunt, $100 ring. That was a lot of money when in 1991, whatever. And that was a lot of money. I woke up another day with a big hangover. Another gold ring was just slided off my finger. These rings just don't fall off. That's why I wear rings. That sits well, right? Beautiful gold ring from Mary is her name. Bless her soul. Beautiful Leo with a blue stone. Gone. And given to a Leo. Robbed by another Leo. Interesting. Golden ring from my own, from my 18 years day. taken by my own second cousin who happened to enter the house. I told a small story about her yesterday. And even closer family members than that. White gold. So the rings I possess today, they are very beautiful, but there is nothing gold left. I had a party, and the things you think, people you think are some kind of friends or buddies or whatever, they would take absolutely all the jewelry that was in their house, that was in my house. My father's, my siblings, both my sisters, my mother's, and give around to their girlfriends. One woman came back to me, one girl, and she said, here is this gold ring. She said, I couldn't take it. My boyfriend stole that, and it's not right. Bless her soul. Bless her soul for doing that. And so the people who will snoop in your or take from you, very often it's the last person you would think would do that. It will surprise you, and I'm still not surprised. I'm still getting surprised over what people can do. Anyway, I know my mom, she's got a Scorpio moon, so we with Scorpio moon, we attract stuff like that. 3 of charisma. Someone here wants to have a little fun between the sheets, but there is no sense of charm here, basically. So you might just swoop them out. I'm not even sure if there is any importance to that card at all. I would rather look out for this devil in disguise here. Okay, so yeah. So talking about death, there you go, and it's placed on top of Saturn. So I'm not going to scare anyone. Death symbolizes a transformation. Death literally could be, you could glue Shiva to the card, right? So Shiva is not only, well, actually, he is the destroyer. The woods are burning, but then new life appears, right? And look at her. She looks so scary, right? But then, look, it's burning, right? But the fire is also new life. In completely back of the deck here, there will be a reunion soon with someone. You might have some fun. When it could be some kind of festival, party, a meeting, but someone here will try to play mind games with you. You shake their hand and they might have an extra firm grip, which usually is a pathetic sign of I'm more badass than you are. It's embarrassing, actually, So it's also showing up here that some of you could have use of taking some rest. Some of you are stressing around a little bit. Some of you need to appreciate what you have, because it's not so taken for granted that you always will have it. When I said, talked a little bit about heirlooms or a gift, like again, they could not just be a snake, but a rabbit. See how they are actually pulling. They are pulling this expensive vase here. It's mine, no, it's mine, give it to me, give it to me. And what's going to happen here, what I see, is that it's going to break because it's fragile. And that's going to be on their karma, whatever. Right, Sagittarius, that will be it for now. I would love to do a prolonged read for you. Do we have a shaman's card here? Yeah, I'm a little dried out. So, but I'm going to give you some shaman's oracle card. Maybe they have some good advices for you. Okay, up. Someone are going to be very generous with you, and I think I already pointed that out, but yeah. Yep. There is generosity coming in here from someone you know, a father figure or a boss, right? Because you've been, it's like some kind of reward because you've been through a very tough time. And so here you have that. Here you have that. Focus on that because you deserve it, Sagittarius. So don't think twice that this should go to someone else, because we are in such a mindset that, oh my God, you know, do I really deserve this? Yes, you do, Sagittarius. Yes, you do. You've been through a lot. But if you keep showing the universe that, oh, I'm lacking this, I won't be happy before I get this and this and this and this, you're literally telling the universe, I don't have that. And the universe will keep providing you with your own emptiness, because you are the universe personified. And so you are the one who's actually providing yourself with everything you surround yourself with. Either it's good or either it's not so good. So think about that for a moment. If you want something wonderful for yourself in your life, align yourself with the idea. How does it feel to be in that new house? How does it feel? That is very materialistic, but how would it feel to have your beautiful family around you? How does it feel when my heart, if you don't want love, how does it feel when I'm in love? The heart is knocking a little bit extra, you know, my heart rate is raising. Or how does it feel when I get an extra paycheck? You get like this, oh, you know, can you manage to accumulate those emotions? Because all those emotions, they come from inside, and when you send those out, you create a wave pattern which literally attracts exactly that, because you are the king, you are the queen in your own reality, and you're the one who's sending out the orders saying, you know, I want that blue dress over there. And, oh, well, you know, I actually have that blue dress over there. So I'm not going to put any pressure on the universe, because the universe, it's like putting a seed in the soil. I've just been plucking Rudrakshas seeds today, right? So it would be a beautiful... where did you go? Yeah, it's a brown little lump that looks like rabbit poop. So you put the seed in the soil, you give it some water. Do you sit like this? Hey, are you coming up soon? Are you coming up soon? No. So keep nourish that thought you have, keep nourish that wish you have. Align yourself with the idea, align yourself with the idea that, oh, I have it. And I can verify with 100% certainty, you will have it. And truth be told, you already have manifested it. If you don't have it in your life, it's because it's, you know, it's like you do a McDonald's delivery on Grab, whatever delivery. They have to cook the food first, and it will take some minutes, maybe half an hour, before they actually, you know, can drive that road, knock on your door, and there you go, here is your food. Some things today are quicker to manifest than others, but speak from someone who starts to really get a grip of that stuff, that the law of attraction is very, very real. Catch you on the flip side, Sagittarius. Love you so much. Namaste.